Hello my dear students, welcome to my class. In this class we are going to discuss how to write the formula of a crystalline compound. Before going to this concept, we need to recall the points that we had already learned in the earlier classes. In the earlier classes we had discussed the three-dimensional closed packing structures generated from two-dimensional square closed packing and hexagonal closed packing. I told you that two-dimensional hexagonal closed packing will generate three-dimensional HCP or CCP. A three-dimensional hexagonal closed packing or CCP is formed by two-dimensional hexagonal closed packing. So in three-dimensional HCP, I told you that AB will be the repeating pattern and the coordination number will be 12. AB means A is the first layer and B is the second layer with a different type of arrangement, and again third layer is A and fourth layer is B. That means first and third are aligned in a similar way and second and fourth will be aligned in a similar way, and AB will be the type of arrangement in case of HCP, three-dimensional hexagonal closed packing. In the same way, if you take three-dimensional CCP, cubical closed packing, the coordination number is 12 and the pattern will be ABC and so on. A means first layer, B means differently aligned second layer, C means that is entirely differently aligned from both A and B, C, third layer. Again fourth layer will be A, fifth layer will be B, sixth layer will be C. ABC will be the type of arrangement of the spheres, layers. So anyway, right now what we are discussing is related to three-dimensional closed packing. Two-dimensional closed packing we will use only for the understanding of the three-dimensional hexagonal closed packing as a CCP. But now onwards whatever we discuss is related to three-dimensional closed packing, either HCP or CCP, that is nothing but three-dimensional closed packing. We all know that either in HCP or CCP, if you observe the arrangement, there are certain voids generated during their formation. In three-dimensional hexagonal closed packing or cubical closed packing, what we had observed during their formation, there are certain voids like tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids are generated. What is a tetrahedral void? What is a void? First of all, it is an empty space surrounded by spheres. Spheres means here atoms are the particles. What is a tetrahedral void? It is the empty space surrounded by the four spheres in contact with each other. The same way, an octahedral void is formed by an empty space formed by the six spheres in contact. But the size of the tetrahedral void is smaller and the size of the octahedral void is larger than the tetrahedral void. This is what we have understood. What we have understood is either in HCP or CCP arrangement, there will be voids, tetrahedral and octahedral voids. If you take any ionic crystals, these crystals consist of anions and cations. Ionic crystals consist of negative ions, anions, and positive ions, cations. So if you take any crystalline compound, these anions will actually form the three-dimensional closed packing. Either HCP or CCP in ionic crystals will be formed by the anions. But the cations will occupy the tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids formed in those 3D closed packing. Either HCP or CCP, they will have voids. These voids will be occupied by the cations. So that actual closed packing is done with the anions. Only anions will take part in the closed packing. But after the closed packing, whatever the voids produced will be occupied by the cations. Why only the anions are forming the CCP or HCP? HCP means hexagonal closed packing. Again I am saying that we are talking about the three-dimensional closed packing. CCP means cubical closed packing. CCP is also called as FCC. So why only the anions are forming either HCP or CCP? Why not cations? Because the anion size is larger. cations are smaller. So that the cations being smaller, they can fit into the voids. Either the tetrahedral voids or the octahedral voids can be occupied by the cations due to their smaller size. But anions being larger, they cannot fit in the voids, so that they will take the actual close packing. In the three-dimensional close packing, the anions will be taking part. HCP or CCP will be formed by the anions only, but their voids will be occupied by the cations. But here in this context, we know the relation between the number of spheres in the close packing to the number of octahedral and tetrahedral voids. We know the relation between the number of spheres involved in the close packing and the number of tetrahedral and octahedral voids. What we know is, for example, if n is the number of spheres in close packing, I am assuming that capital N is the number of spheres in the close packing. Then what we know, the number of octahedral voids is equals to, we all know that number of octahedral voids is equals to n. If n particles are there, octahedral voids will also be n. So in close packing, what is the number of particles? N. Then the number of particles, octahedral voids will also be n. Close packing means here only anions will, if you take ionic crystals, anion will form either HCP or CCP. Cations will just be occupying the, they will be occupying the voids, tetrahedral and octahedral voids. Their position is, their placement is octahedral and tetrahedral voids, but the actual lattice will be formed by the anions only. Keep that point in your mind. So now, what is the number of tetrahedral voids? This is also already we have learnt. Number of tetrahedral voids will be twice to that octahedral voids, that is 2n. If n is the number of octahedral voids, then the number of tetrahedral voids will be 2n. To understand this, for example, a crystal, for example, a lattice has 10 spheres in the close packing. Number of spheres in the close packing is 10. Then what will be the octahedral voids? Octahedral voids will also be 10. Then what will be the tetrahedral voids? 2 into 10, 20. So this is the relation between the number of spheres involved in the close packing and the number of voids generated, tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids generated in that close packing. This is the relation. So these points we have to recall and use in the calculation of the formula of the compound. So please keep in your mind that actually the anions will take part in making either CCP or HCP arrangement, but the cations will just involve in the, just occupy the tetrahedral and octahedral voids. But remember that while writing the formula of the crystals, we have to write both the anions and cations. For example, sodium chloride means we will write it as Na plus and Cl minus, though that only the Cl minus ions are taking part in the forming of close packing. In NaCl, Cl minus will take part in close packing, but still while writing the formula we write both Na plus and Cl minus. That Na plus ions will be in the voids, but still while writing the formula we have to write both the anion and cation. That means their empirical formula. Empirical formula here nothing but NaCl. Na plus and Cl minus is present in 1:1 ratio. So let us understand by taking some examples, by solving some examples. Now we'll move to the solving of some examples from our NCERT book. So keep that problem with you. Now we are discussing an example from the NCERT textbook. That example number is 1.1. So keep example 1.1 from your textbook. So here, this is example 1.1. I will read slowly. A compound is formed by two elements X and Y. A compound is formed by two elements X and Y. Atoms of the element Y, atoms of the element Y as anions, yes, as anions make CCP, and those of the element X and those of the element X as cations, yes, as cations occupy all the octahedral voids, all the octahedral voids. Then what is the formula of the compound? What is the formula of the compound? Now once again I will read the formula, problem. A compound is formed by two elements X and Y. Atoms of element Y as anions make CCP and those of the element X as cations occupy all the octahedral voids. What is the formula of the compound? So what are the two elements here? Two elements involved are X and Y, and given that also what is given, X is cation. In the problem they have given that X is cation, so that element in the form of cation, and Y is anion. So that is given. Two elements are there, X and Y. There X is a cation and Y is an anion here. And what is given? What is also given? The atoms of Y forms CCP. Also given, atoms of Y, these are anions, form CCP, cubical close packing. That means Y will be forming CCP, cubical close packing, nothing but FCC. FCC means 8 points will be at 8 corners and 6 points will be at the centers of the 6 faces. Just we don't need it, just if we know the relation between the octahedral voids and the number of points, we can solve this problem. Because in this problem the number of cations are occupying the octahedral voids, so that just if you take that relation it is enough. Atoms of X occupy all octahedral voids. So here, for example, number of atoms of Y is forming CCP. In closed cubical close packing, anions Y are involving, and in voids, only the octahedral voids are occupied by X. For example, if Y has n number of atoms, then what is the number of octahedral voids? That will also be n. So the number of particles of Y, for example, in cubical close packing, if n particles are there, and what is the number of octahedral voids? That will also be n. So that what is the number of particles of Y will be the number of particles of X. Why? Because number of particles in a cubical close packing will be same as the number of octahedral voids. So we know that what we know that number of atoms in close packing is equals to number of octahedral voids. That means number of particles of Y is same as the number of particles of X. Therefore, because Y will be the particles in close packing, and X will be the occupying the octahedral voids. But it is given, we know that number of particles in close packing will be same as the number of octahedral voids. So that the ratio of X in the Y is equals to 1:1. So if Y is the number of particles, then the same number of particles will be, the same number of octahedral voids will be there. So therefore, y is to x will be 1:1. Therefore, the compound is, you can guess very easily, compound is, what is the compound? X is 1 and y is also 1. While writing, we have to write the cation first. That is why I have written it like xy. So ratio is y is to x is equals to 1:1, or x is to y you can write. The ratio x is to y you can mention is 1:1. So what is the compound? It is having x and y. What is the ratio? 1:1. So that once again I will say here, the number of particles in a closed packing will be same as the number of octahedral voids. So what is the number of particles of y present is same as the number of particles of x, because the number of particles of x are occupying the octahedral voids. Number of spheres in the closed packing is same as the number of octahedral voids. So y will be same as x then. So that what is the formula? X is to y is equals to 1:1, and so the compound formula is equals to, so what is the formula? xy is the formula of the compound. Let us solve one more problem based on this type. So in this way you can solve any problem here. So only thing we have to understand is, if n is the number of spheres or atoms or particles in a closed packing, then number of tetrahedral voids will also be n. Same number of, not tetrahedral, number of octahedral voids will also be n. But tetrahedral voids will be 2n, because tetrahedral voids will be double to the number of spheres in the closed packing, or double to the number of octahedral voids. Now let us move to the second example problem, that is example 1.2 from our NCERT book. I will read the problem. Atoms of element B form HCP lattice. So atoms of capital B form HCP lattice, and those of the element A occupy, and those of the element A occupy 2/3 of tetrahedral voids. Those of the element A occupy 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. Full stop. What is the formula of the compound? What is the formula of the compound formed by the elements A and B? Formed by the elements A and B. I will read once again. Atoms of element B forms HCP lattice, and those of the element A occupy 2/3 of tetrahedral voids. Full stop. What is the formula of the compound formed by the elements A and B? So here what we need to understand, what are the elements here? This compound is formed from elements involved in this compounds are elements in this compound are, what are the elements involved here? A comma B is the elements. What is given here? Those of the element A occupy 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. A will occupy 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. B will form HCP lattice. Given that, what is given here? Atoms of B form HCP lattice. And what else is given here? Atoms of A occupy 2/3 of available tetrahedral voids. This is what given. So B will form HCP lattice, atoms of B. A will occupy 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. So out of all the available tetrahedral voids, 2/3 will be occupied by A. Now we have to write the formula. So how to write? Just I told you that relation. If the number of spheres in a closed packing is n, then the number of octahedral voids will be n, and the number of tetrahedral voids will become 2n. By using that relation, you can generate the formula. First of all, let us let the number of atoms of B is equals to some x. I am assuming that number of atoms of B is equals to x. Now here tetrahedral voids are given. Therefore, number of tetrahedral voids is equals to, so if x is the number of atoms in CCP, then tetrahedral voids will be twice to the number of octahedral voids or twice to the number of spheres in the closed packing. Here x is the number of atoms in the closed packing. So what will be tetrahedral voids? It will become 2x. Now, therefore, number of atoms of A is equals to, what is the number of atoms of A? It will occupy 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. What is the number of tetrahedral voids here? 2x, and they will occupy 2/3 of it. So number of atoms of A is 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. What is the number of tetrahedral voids? 2x, but they are occupying 2/3 of it, so that it will become 2x into 2/3. That means it is nothing but 4x/3. So A is, number of particles of A is 4x/3. Number of particles of B is x. Now we will write the formula. First we will write the, therefore A is to B is equals to, A is to B. What is A here? 4x/3 is to B is x. X gets cancelled. So A is to B is equals to, so it is 4/3 is to 1 here. It is 4/3 is to 1. Or if you simplify that fraction, here I will write here. So what is the ratio between A and B? 4/3 is to 1. Or if you simplify, A is to B is equals to, I am multiplying this fraction with 3. It will become 4:3. The ratio between A and B is 4:3. How? By multiplying with 3. 4/3 into 3, that will become 4. 1 into 3, that will become 3. So A is to B are in the ratio of 4:3. Therefore, formula of the compound, A is 4, so that it is A4, and B is 3, so it is B3. A4 B3 is the formula. In this way you can write the formula if you know the number of octahedral voids and tetrahedral voids. Once again I will briefly explain here. So what are the elements involved in this problem? A and B. What is given? B is forming the HCP lattice, and atoms of A are occupying 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. Not all the tetrahedral voids are occupied by A. Only 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids are occupied. So here, as we have tetrahedral voids, we have to establish a relation between the number of spheres in the number of atoms in the closed packing and the number of tetrahedral voids. What is the relation between the number of spheres and number of tetrahedral voids? If the number of spheres in any closed packing is capital N, then the number of tetrahedral voids will be 2n. So here I am assuming that number of spheres of B, that is equals to x. That means the number of spheres, why I have taken B? Because B is involving in the closed packing. So number of atoms of B I am assuming to be x here. I am assuming as x here. So number of tetrahedral voids, that means tetrahedral voids will be double to the number of atoms in the closed packing. Here x is the number of atoms in the closed packing, so that it will become 2x. So number of atoms of B is x, then number of tetrahedral voids will become 2x. But what is given? Number of atoms of A. A will be occupying 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. That is 2/3 into tetrahedral voids are 2x. So 2 by 3 into 2x. So on simplification, what we get? 4x by 3. You can write it as 2 by 3 into 2x here, or 2x into 2 by 3, because it is occupying 2 by 3 of the tetrahedral points. So 2 by 3 of tetrahedral points. Now if you simplify, A is to B will be 4 is to 3, and the formula of the compound will become A4B3. In this way, you can write the formula of any compound. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.